Toward the end of Main Street, in the shadow of Mission Inn, if you look close enough, you might spot a little alleyway. If you go down that little alleyway, you'll spot a door welcoming you in. This is the magical place, Downtowne Bookstore. I walked around carefully, quietly, paying attention to every footstep and breath of air. It was like I was visiting somebody's home. You respect your surroundings and the people who invite you in. The fresh paper smell is quite homely. The creaking floorboards, the looming bookshelves. You truly are teleported into another time, back when things seemed smaller and simpler. I spoke with Nadia Lee, the store's co-owner. She runs it with her sister Vera, who was not present that day.
I am Nadia Lee. My sister is Vera Lee. We kept our maiden names. We are co-owners. She does most of the financial type bookwork, and I do the floor work. We both price and look up and such like that. I do all the selling on Amazon. That's completely mine. She won't touch it. Since we were in my mother was an avid reader. My dad no, but my mother was. So since we were in high school, we have dreamed of owning a bookstore. In 2002, I was in a car accident and my mom died. It was okay. Later that year, we were getting rid of things that we didn't want. Dad wanted to unload. And we brought some books here, and the woman who was here at the time, Paula, said, "Do you know anyone who would like to buy a bookstore?" And my sister and I went, "Maybe. How much?" And it was exactly what we had from the accident and from Mom's estate. So we thought, okay, this is a sign. We can't refuse this. Situation was bad because my sister was a full-time teacher, and we live in Paris, about 20 miles south. She was a full-time teacher, and I was living in Tucson at the time. We had no idea of how to run a store, what to do, who to hire, how to hire. We didn't have a clue. So we just kind of went on word of mouth. And we had a couple people work for us to begin with that didn't work out very well, but we didn't have a lot of choice. I was traveling 1,000 miles a week to be here for 3 days, and then my sons were still in high school at the time. So when they graduated 3 years later, then I was able to move out. As I say, we've been doing okay. It's each year profits go up a little bit, but then the cost of living goes up, so we kind of float with each other, which is okay.
Have you guys seen any real changes to the community around you, especially given how the Great Recession and different ups and downs in the economy have really hit small businesses or small places like this?
Well, yes. A lot of businesses that we liked went under. But there's a revolving door. There's, new ones come in, some just can't make it. We've been able to survive, and Wendy, she was almost to the point of giving up. And they lowered her rent, and she's able to make it. But her husband lost his job. He was in construction. So for a couple of years, he was struggling. So between that was difficult. Mrs. Tiggy Winkle will be here forever. And she's related somehow to the people who own Simple Simons, and they'll be here forever. I'm a frustrated artist. I'm not very good at art, but the little bits and pieces around the comics, that's my sense of humor. And the owls, we started with one, and people started bringing them to us, and they just kept coming. And I love them.
So these owls aren't yours?
Well, they are. They're gifts to us. Yeah. Yeah, people, when you say you like something, then someone starts bringing you, he says, "Here, I have one for you." Well, after 13 years, there's over 200 up here now.
And people just brought you owls,
yes.
just as gifts.
Yes. Love it.
What did I learn from speaking with Nadia? Well, sometimes your dreams may come at some cost. But if you're happy with what you do, then perhaps there was no cost at all. Simply small missteps in the pursuit of happiness.